Good evening, good night, good afternoon, good morning. All depends on what part of the world you're in today. Today's subject is of a very sad, gloomy, and grim subject. Because what happened to that young lady at school and the way she was killed is horrendous. What is going on with our young generation of today? And I asked myself that question, and before I could actually come up with a answer, even for myself, it dawned on me that we cannot start at this point, and unfortunately, we cannot start with the younger generation. Someone need to step up and speak to us as the older generation, because what I've been seeing happening lately on social media, and I'm sure even in real life, is the more grown people, the older and elders, are out there acting the absolute fool. They have no respect for life. They have no respect for each other. They have no respect for their kids. So therefore, their kids have no respect for them. And it just keeps trickling down. And there seems to be no end to this madness. Adults are out there not setting any kind of example for these young people out there. How in the world can we sit back and say, what's wrong with these young people? What's wrong with this young generation? As they gone mad? How come they so angry? How come they so evil? How come they so bitter? But look at the adults. They are no different. They are the one that's supposed to be setting the example for these younger generation, and they're not setting any form of example. You can see that all over social media. The ranting and the raving and the threats and the dipping up underneath mumas and all of that right now is being done mainly by adult and elders. So, what example do these kids have to follow? None. They are watching what we are doing. They're watching what was displayed on television. They're watching what displayed in movies. They're watching what displays in rap. The rap songs. Not only rap songs, but also reggae videos that they watch and talk about gun, 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 and shoot, 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 and a boy step to me, a gun, 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 and you know what I'm saying? Like, what example do these kids have to follow? So before we could actually blame the kids, we have to figure a way out how to fix the adults. How can we become a better example for the younger generation? It doesn't have to be my child. It doesn't have to be your child. Back in the days, there used to be a village that made sure we look after each other kids, village where we expect respect from the children. And if you disrespect Mas Joe is going to tell your mom is going to beat you. Then you turn around and you complain to say your teacher probably turn around and beat you too. I mean, it used to be a conservative effort on everybody's part to make sure all of our children was raised right. If you disrespect Miss Jane, and Miss Jane give you two whack, and you run and go tell your mother, say, Mom, Miss Jane just lick me. Your mother turn around and say, if you never do something for Miss Jane for lick you, she wouldn't lick you. And even though I don't know what you did, me gonna lick you too. It used to be a conservative effort among all adults to make sure our children was raised in the right and proper way with discipline and manners. We don't have that anymore. You try your best and touch someone's child. Try your best and try to discipline someone's child. Even talk to that child too hard. And that child run home and tell him mother and say XYZ talk to me too hard and she rough me and she get up all in my face and was telling me something too disrespectful and me if I have manners. You just see how fast the mother, the papa, the brother, the sister, the uncle, the aunt or somebody gonna rush the person. I said, don't talk to my child like that. It's my child, it's not your child. Don't say nothing to my child. So what are we expecting from these young people of today? What are we expecting from them? They have no good leadership. They have no good guidance. They have no good example to follow. They only have each other, and each other is teaching each other the negative things, not the positive things. They're following them bad man friend. They're following them bad man girlfriend, bad girlfriend. You understand me? It's only the negativity they tends to be drawn to. That's why we live in a society where we're so drawn to negativity. We are drawn to negativity. I say that every single time. Since a little bit of time that I've been doing certain type of blogging, I see that even on other people's page. When I go on other people's page to see what kind of content that they have, because you want to support the page, or you want to know if that's an actual page that you want to support. So you want to see their contents before you even subscribe to it. And when you look at the positive things that they have, it could be like, maybe it was a gospel show they did, or maybe it was some kind of, prayer meeting and they posted up, or it could be some kind of, motivational speaking video that the person did. And when I look at the numbers, it was extremely low in views. And then they had other videos that consist of, and you could see where they recently start posting the mix-up and the drama video, because you don't see a lot of those on their page. But I'm looking and I'm observing and I'm saying to myself, the mix-up video that they recently started to post had thousands of views, 2,000, 2.1K, 1.5K, 3.4K, have all these high numbers of views. And I just shook my head. I really shook my head. As human beings today, for whatever reason, we seem to be more attracted to the negative things in life. If it's something positive, it is too boring for us. We don't even want to watch it. We don't want to see it. We want to run where the excitement is. Other examples that I could say, any program that I see that even say talking about the whole D lady tends to be packed with people. And those are the same people that would say, oh, don't talk about this one. Oh, don't talk about that one. Oh, leave that one alone. But yet you're packed up over there. You're packed up over there. And I'm sorry to mix the two, but I need to explain to you guys where negativity is. It doesn't matter who the negativity is geared towards. People tend to still want to see it. They want to hear it. They feed off of it. They enjoy it. And that's where they flock to. That's really my point. So back to these kids and back to the girl that lost her life yesterday. Is many more going to continue losing their lives because these young people have no one to step and intercede with them, take them to the side and say, hey, this is not the right way to go. This is not the right way to resolve anger. This is not the right way to resolve your conflicts. As you can see, there's people around rooting it on. Yes, and taking pictures and they're videotaping it. And, that's the society that we're living in today. And sometime I spoke about this a couple years ago. I had made a video about it, but I'm going to reiterate some of what I said in that video. I asked the audience, and I'm going to ask you, audience, today, who are we raising our children for? Are we raising them for ourselves? Or are we raising them for society? And if you say to yourself, I'm raising them for myself, then you're absolutely wrong. And it's children that's out there now in society that's doing a lot of the wrong and doing a lot of the negative stuff and walking around with this anger, walking around with this, self-righteousness and feel that they're entitled to things in life and entitled to certain things. It's because of you. And if you say, I'm raising my child for society, then you're on the right path, because at the end of the day, that's who we have to send them out into. We have to send them out into the world. We have to send them among society. So we have to raise them how to deal with anger, conflict, love loss, relationships. Everything that they need to equip themselves in order to live in society is our duty to make sure we teach those kids that. And not only teach them, but we have to, even in the home, live by example. Because you can't tell them how to deal with conflict, but yet every day you and the baby father, or you and the husband is arguing and fighting and fussing and in front of the child. You can't teach them how to about proper finance or proper way to budget themselves when they see that you are busy splurging on unnecessary and unwanted things into the home, and the husband have to be arguing with you how many times you're on Amazon ordering stuff. So we have to also make sure we're living by example, the same things that we're teaching our kids. We have to raise them for society. We cannot raise them for ourselves. We have to teach them respect. We have to teach them how to survive in the real world. Don't tell them about fantasy world. That's why I don't believe in Santa Claus or teaching my kids about Santa Claus. No, I'm the one that worked very, very hard to give you that gift. I am not going to tell them if Santa Claus brings it. I'm not going to teach them about the tooth fairy. No, the tooth fairy did not leave that money under your pillow for your tooth that fell out. It was mommy hard-earned money that I left under that pillow for you. Stop teaching your kids fantasy and bull crap. Teach them about real life events, real life things, because that is what they're going to face when they get out there in the world. You're setting your kids up for failure when you teach them as if baby came from the sky. All them days are over with. That was back in the olden days, and I pray that no one is still doing that. And if you are, you need to stop it. Keep it real with your kids. Teach them about the crime. Teach them about things that can happen. Teach them how to protect themselves. Teach them about love and relationship. Teach them how to deal with heartbreaks or relationship that doesn't work out. Teach them how to deal with that so they don't go killing somebody, or these men don't go killing these women, or these women killing these men because they done broke their hearts. Teach them how to deal with situations like that. Let them know that life does go on. Let them know that God may have something better or someone better in the future for them. Sit them down and have hard talks with them. Parents are so busy now, busy doing their hair, their nails, going to parties, and they neglect their kids. They're not teaching their kids anything. They expect the kids to learn on their own. And who's their teacher? The streets. Who's their teacher? The TV. Who's their teacher? The music videos. Who's their teacher? Their friends. We have got to start with us, people. We got to start with us. The elders, the adults. We need to start with ourselves. We need to start doing better by these kids. We need to do what God ordained us to do when we brought them into the world. It's a train up a child how he should go, so when he get older, he may, I'm going to use the word may, not depart from it. because no one is saying it's guaranteed, no matter what you do, what you teach them, that they may still not take the wrong road. But what you can say to yourself in a situation like that, you can feel good within yourself that, look, I did everything that I possibly could to make sure that child went down the right road and he chose differently. You have to be able to say that and answer that for yourself. Did I, as a parent, did enough or did my part to prepare them for the real world and teach them everything they needed to know or needed to do in certain situations? Did I do that? And if you cannot honestly say, yes, you did that, then yes, you are part of the problem. And yes, you are part of the reason why that child killed that girl. You are part of the problem why that child went to jail or went down the wrong road. Yes, you are part of that problem. We have got to do better as adults. The kids and the younger generation needs us. They need us. We've got to intervene. We got to get back to that point where the village was raising each other. The village was raising each other kids. We got to learn to come together and get back to those days. It's a reason why it was like that. It is not easy. It is very hard to raise, especially if you're a single parent, to raise a child by yourself, because you don't have eyes all over the place to see what they're doing. So as a village, they are your eyes. They are your third eye, your fourth eye, your fifth eye. They're able to see them doing things that you cannot see, and they're able to step in and correct and protect that child. We need to get back to those days because we have gone so far away from that. My heart goes out to that girl's family, and my heart goes out to Evil, the killer, because we just lost 2 young future adults. We have got to do better, guys. We've got to do better as adults. We cannot always place the blame on young people. We walking around, oh my God, what's wrong with these young people? Those young people done gone mad, they done gone crazy. Oh my God, what a wicked, evil God. We blame it on the kids. But adults, we are some of us, because there's good adults out there that's doing the right thing. But some of us, we are the one to blame. We have got to give the kids back someone who they can look up to. Give them hope. Don't leave just the streets, the TV, and music videos to raise them. Let's step back in as a unit, as a village, and let's start looking after each other kids again. Teach them responsibility. Don't just give them the name brands. Just don't give them, the Vuitton or all the Nikes and all the name brands. Just don't give them all the name brands without them having to really work hard for that. Don't just stop just giving them things without them having everything they get. Teach them how to work for it so they know good work ethics and habits. If it's even to sweep the yard. Okay, you want a pair of Jordans? All right, bring me all A's this semester. And if you can bring me all A's this semester, I will buy them Jordans for you. Oh, you want a new iPhone? All right, then do me this then. At least for the month of June, if you get up every day, make sure your bed make up, you sweep up the yard, you help around the house, you help clean, wash the clothes or, whatever. Give them something that they have to do in order to achieve what it is that they want. Continue to do that. And it will help to teach them good work ethics. It will also prepare them to not expect when they go out in society that people have to give them things. Like they are entitled to anybody's stuff. And if they can't get it, then they want to steal it. Let's try to prepare them for that. If you give them something, you also have to let them know, hey, I'm giving you this because you work for it. Just like how I have to go out and work for it to make sure my bills are paid, the rent is paid, you have a roof over your head, food in the. This is the reason how you got it. Continue to teach them that. Teach them respect. And respect starts from home. You have some parents, as a baby or as a child, when they reach 1 year old or 2 year old, or just when they start to talk. And sometimes that child may be disrespectful. No, I'm not going to do that. Or, Ma, get out my face. Or, leave me alone. And they do all these little disrespectful stuff. And what we do, we laugh. Oh, that is so cute. Look at it, it's so cute. No, it may be cute then, but it's not going to be cute later when they are raised with that kind of attitude and behavior, even towards adult outside in society. And even though they may do it at home with you and you think it's so cute, or you don't correct it, or you don't discipline them when they talk back to you, you don't discipline them, when they tell you no, they plain not going to do something, or when they disrespect you and call you a bitch, or when they disrespect you in your own home and throw a tantrum and you don't say anything and you don't discipline them at all in any shape, form, or way, then they feel they could go in society and do the same thing to other adults. And if they get away with it, they may get away with it with you because you are their parents. But I promise you, they may not get away with it out in society if they talk to another adult like that. And then now they end up losing their lives. All because you never broke them from when they were young to let them know, hey, this behavior is not tolerated. You did not correct that behavior. And now they brought that behavior up in real life, and they out there, and other people is not going to deal with their bull crap. And that's how a lot of them is getting smacked down, beat up, and killed because of their behavior and their mouth and their disrespect to others out there. We have to try to break that spell from home. It is very sad. It is very sad. And like I said, we can't all just blame the younger generation. Each adult, take a look at yourselves and ask yourself, the children in my home, the kids that I'm raising, the young adults that I am raising, am I doing everything in my power to make sure they're well equipped for society? Am I really teaching them and giving them the tools and the skills they need to survive the real world? Am I? And if the answer is no, then please step up your game. It may be too late for certain adults because once they reach and pass a certain age, they may not want to listen to you. But if you have younger kids in the home, there's still hope for them. Teach them, train them, and give them the tools they need to honestly survive in the real world. You're doing them an injustice when you don't perform your duties as a parent. God bless. I pray once again that God will have mercy on the killer, because she too have lost her life the minute she decided to pull that knife out. And God bless and rest. May that child that died, may her soul rest in peace. Bye. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Good night, good evening, good afternoon. All depends on what part of the world you're in today. Until we meet again. Bye.